The autumn leaves of red and blue, I see red, the summer kisses.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming this evening. There was a threat of snowstorm, so we were wondering if this was actually going to happen, but they've moved north of here. My name is Diana Liapa. I'm the Executive Director of StoryBookFarm Primate Sanctuary, and I'm very happy to see this amazing crowd. We have a terrific lineup of 6 amazing comedians. If you listen to CBC as I do, you'll know most of them, if not all of them. Before we start the fun part of the evening, I just wanted to give you a little bit of background as to why we do what we do. The sanctuary is, Storybook Farm's Primate Sanctuary is the only monkey sanctuary in Canada, and we get monkeys who are who grow up and are no longer make good pets. I mean, they're never good pets, but some people seem to think that they make good pets and then they grow up. And like Darwin, for instance, it'll be 10 years this December since Darwin, the IKEA monkey, came to us. I'm sure most of you have heard about Darwin. So when he came to us, he was this big, and now he's this big. And he can bend rebar. So he doesn't make a good pet. So we have a number of monkeys who have been pets, and then, as I said, people realize that that's not going to work. We never know from day to day when or where the next monkey is going to come from. Most recently, we just got 3 new residents, a large, gorgeous olive baboon who we named Bruno, and we named him Bruno because we couldn't talk about him. You can learn more on our website. You can talk to any of our volunteers this evening about why we do what we do. It is a labor of love. It's great. They're so smart. It's so great to work with the monkeys, but it also makes it so difficult because they're so smart. So thank you for listening to this bit. Now I'll turn things over to Arthur Simeon, who will introduce all our lineup for this evening. Just one thing I have to mention, we do have a silent auction going on this side of the room, and we have some merchandise for sale, because this is a fundraiser after all, so I have to mention that. And we will close the silent auction, so 10-15 minutes after the final act. So thank you again for coming, and I hope you enjoy this evening.
Another round of applause for Dana. Give a round of applause. You have ever been in a coffee shop and you see someone lose their mind because they messed up what milk they put in their coffee order and they just start melting down in a coffee shop? That's an only child. That's an only child who's never been smacked upside the head. You know how I know this? Because I was in a grocery store and I saw a 7-year-old boy throw a tantrum because his mom wouldn't get him the cereal that he wanted. Like full-on tantrum, sat down, screaming, slapping things out of people's hands. And I'm watching this like, oh, there's about a UFC beatdown about to happen. And to my surprise, the mom sat down and negotiated with her son. And I was watching this like I was watching a science fiction movie. Do you understand? I was like, because as an African immigrant, I was like, what is happening right now? This is like the Lord of the Rings for me. This is insane. Negotiation? No, that's an only child. Because I was one of 6 children and my parents made it clear they were okay with 4. Which means 2 of us could go missing, no one would come looking, no one. And that's how you should parent. That's how you should parent. Because all of us were well behaved because we didn't know who was bottom 2. We had no idea. So every single day we're on our best behavior, being like, I don't want to be the one that gets, I don't want to be the one that gets eliminated. You guys seem like you're warmed up. Are you ready to start the show? I need more energy. Are you ready to start the show? I gotta make sure I get the name right because I want you guys to check it out when he's done. Your first guest has a new album out called I Love You and I'm Tired, and you're gonna enjoy. Please welcome to the stage the very funny James O'Hara. Give him a round of applause. Come on.
Ready? What's up? What's up? Keep it going for Arthur, everybody. Oh my God, a hero, a hero. I bring my notebook up on stage, controversial amongst comedians. Some comedians think it's unprofessional to have your notebook up on stage with you to check. But to those comedians, I say, you guys ever think about if Edward Scissorhands didn't have scissor hands, would they just call him Edward Hands? Yeah? Yeah? Or would they call him Edward Fingerhands? Someone is always made very uncomfortable by the term finger hands, despite their own finger hands. Yeah. Almost everyone you've ever met has finger hands, guys. I hate for this to be the way you find out. Fun fact about that joke was actually Reader's Digest's Joke of the Month for September of 2019. Some of you are confused. I get it. Some of you are under the impression that I read that joke in Reader's Digest and thought it was so horrible that I have to make fun of it on stage, when in reality I wrote that joke. And Reader's Digest approached me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. No, yeah. I know a pity clap when I see one. In June of 2019, I got a DM on Twitter from the head editor of Reader's Digest. And they were like, hey, James, we want to feature you as our comedian of the month for September. Send us your headshot and a bunch of jokes, and we'll put the one we like best in the magazine. And I sent them so many jokes. So many other jokes. And they got back to me with, we're going with the Scissorhands joke. Yeah. It came out. The magazine came out. You guys could have purchased it at any Food Basics, guys. I bought the magazine, right, because I'm in the magazine, thus doubling Reader's Digest sales for the month of September. Thank you. Did that on my own. Open it up. Swear to God, on page 69, that's the sex number. On page 69 is my face, that Edward Scissorhands joke, and the title, "The Best Joke I've Ever Told." And now I have to do it. At every show. I cannot do it. What, disappoint the fans? Come on. You got to play your hits, right? Who came to the show tonight because they recognized me from Reader's Digest, September of 2019? How dare you lie to me?
James O'Hara, give him a round of applause. His album is I Love You and I'm Tired. Check it out. I'm just going to keep the show going. Are you ready for your next comedian, ladies and gentlemen? Your next comedian had an amazing time at Zoo Fest. She has an album coming out next year that's yet to be titled. That's the mystery for you, so you can keep in touch. You guys are going to love her. Please welcome to the stage Melanie Darling. Give her a round of applause. Come on.
Hello, my goodness. Oh my gosh, hi. So excited to be here with you all. You look nice. You look nice. You look too nice. Get out of here. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm just doing a playful roasting. I'm a bit of a roaster. Yeah, no, I am very excited to be here for this event. You know, we're having a good time for a good cause, and that's the only way I'll do it, right? You know, there's people out there having a good time for the benefit of no monkeys. It's disgusting. No, wouldn't want to be a part of it. We're better than them. I'll just say it. We're better than them. It's true. Yeah, I didn't want to broach the subject, but no one else said it. We're better than everybody. Look at us, huh? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Wow. I was going to tell you to give it up, but you just started giving it up for yourselves. I am so impressed with these philanthropists tonight. My goodness, you're self-starters. Very nice. We're out, we're about, we're having a sexy little Saturday night in the big city. My goodness. If you're having a good time tonight, say, woo! If you're having a little beverage tonight, say, yippee! If you want to start a cult tonight, say, okay. Oh, I've got you, yes. We're gonna rule the big city, my cult and I. Did you hear that, CN Tower? We're here, and we're here to stay. Maybe. I don't know. It's pretty expensive. Yes, very expensive here in the big city. That is the tax for all this glamour. I'm not originally from here. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? I know, it's confusing. I look so cosmopolitan. But it's true, I was not born here. I was born in a sweet petite city known as Winnipeg, Manitoba. Ooh, oh, wow! That is way more hype than I usually get for that. I'm alarmed. Who's here? The Winnipeg Jets? Are they here? They're here. It's the Winnipeg Jets, everyone. Wow. Go Jets to you. And go Jets to you. That is how we greet one another in the street in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Yeah, that's actually great because it is mandatory for me to say that a few times a day. So thanks for helping me bang that out. Okay, so we do have some people. You've been, obviously, to Winnipeg. We have the very same Winnipeg Jets here. Just quickly by show of hands, so I know who I'm dealing with. Who else has been to our fair city, Winnipeg, by show of hands? Okay, yes, all right. So we've got conferences, layovers, conferences and layovers. That is our main tourist attraction in the city of Winnipeg. But for those of you who haven't been, you're feeling left out, you're like, there's a buzz in the room, there's excitement. What's it all about? Well, let me introduce you. Let me introduce you to a pretty little lady I know called Winnipeg, Manitoba. Is she the murder capital? Yes, she is. Is she the Slurpee capital? That's cute. Right? That's cute. That's a nice way to cool down after a good murdering. Is she the syphilis capital? No. Lost out to Edmonton this year. Yeah, big old bummer. But I have faith in my home team. I think we can get those numbers back up there. But it is wild. It's wild for me to be in a city other than the one I grew up with. I've been here for a while now, but it continues to be wild to me because I lived in Winnipeg, Manitoba, in pretty much the same neighborhood for 32 years. Yes, which is crazy because I'm 19. I'm just kidding. I'm just goofing around. I'm not now, nor have I been for some time, 19 years old, but I was very young at heart, very innocent when I first moved here. I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't have like an apartment or like a job or anything, but I've saved up like $2,000. That's enough, right? That's enough, right? Meanwhile, in Toronto, it costs $2,000 just to get like spat on outside of Eaton Centre. And if you haven't been spat on outside of Eaton Centre, are you even in Toronto? I'm getting a little older now, though, a little wiser. I'm figuring things out. I'm 34 years old now, so I beat Jesus. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's been a real little feather in my cap. You know what's funny about that joke is I wrote it 4 years ago. I'm 38. Yeah, I just wrote a really cute little joke and then continued to age. I think that was rude of me. Yeah, sorry about the aging, everyone. I know this is usually the part of my set where somebody leaps to my defense. There's somebody who's my same age or older than myself, and they say, oh, 38, 38, that's not old, that's young. And yeah, I agree with you. I think we're all very young. I think we're very young and hip. Every single person in this room. I think I'm very young and hip. But you know who would disagree with me, though, is an actual young person. It's a dilly of a pickle. Oh my gosh, have you talked to these young people? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I feel like I know that I'm not old, but I also know that I'm not young, because now when I talk to a young person and I tell them how old I am, they think it is a compliment to recoil in terror and say something like, oh God, oh, I never would have known. Like they just found out I've been dead for 10 years. And to you, I would just like to say, as you are, so was I. As I am, so will you be. Yeah, great. That's just a little proverb I picked up on Are You Afraid of the Dark? Which is a part of our heritage. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good night.
That's more therapy, less comedy. We're gonna keep the show going. Your next comic, I love this man. Most of you will recognize him as one of the hosts of the Great Canadian Baking Show on CBC television. All around funny man. I love him. You guys are gonna love him too. Please welcome to the stage Alan Shen Lewis. Give him a round of applause.
Give it up for Arthur, everyone. I do host a TV show, Great Canadian Baking Show. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, you can clap for that. It's a lie. No, I'm joking. Keep you on your toes. I'm happy. I'm happy I got a job doing in Canadian comedy. It's very hard to get a job in Canadian entertainment. It's very hard to do that. And I'm happy I got a job because I don't have any transferable skills. Like no one wants a snarky HR assistant, right? You don't want to hear puns while you're getting fired? Not fun. Also, I'm not good at job interviews, too. I'm not good at that. I just say what's on my mind immediately. They're just like, oh, why do you want to work here? Because you have money, stupid. Like, what do you think this is? Give me my Burger King crown. You guys, we were talking about weed earlier. You guys a weed crowd? You guys like smoking weed here? I don't know if it's a corporate crowd you let it talk. Some of you are high right now. Woo! I like that. That's cool because I'm a cop. No. It's legal. No one cares. Remember when it wasn't legal? Remember that strange time? Remember that strange time when weed, the thing everyone smokes everywhere, was illegal? Remember that stuff? Where you could be smoking weed and someone across the street could just look at you and just go, absolutely not. Just dial 911. Oh, man. Here's the thing. It got to the point that I got so high, I had to leave my bike. I had to take the subway. First off, don't ever take the subway high. Don't do it. It's not worth it. If it was like a Netflix show, I'm like, you can skip it. You don't know how to see how that ends. It's not worth it. Because here's the thing. Bus or subway or any type of public transportation etiquette, that there's a couple rules that we've agreed upon. We haven't spoken about them, but we just agree to it, right? There's a poetry at which you look at everybody, right? There's a way you look at everybody so it's not weird, it's not alarming. Here's what it looks like. You've probably seen it before. And that's cool, right? My stuff was messed up. I'm looking at the room like I'm ready to 3D print it, just scaring people, looking for the ding cord on me. Also, bus or subway etiquette, if you make eye contact with somebody, what would you do? Look away, right? Yeah, because that's the human thing to do. I forgot all of that stuff. Well, not all of it, like half of it, because like I move my head, but my eye contact remains. So just doing this to people. The hell? This city's going to hell. Ah. Silly joke. Here's the thing. This next part, I'm not proud of it. So I got so high that I thought dogs knew I was high. I'm not proud of this. Here's the thing. I got to the point where I got so high that I thought they could just hear my thoughts. I was like, oh, this is scary, right? And like maybe you're in the canine frequency aisle and you gotta live with this mistake for the rest of your life, right? Adapt. Because here's the thing. I'm on the subway and I'm high and there's just a dog and he's giving me weird energy. And I'm like, I don't like your energy, dog. Get out of here. This is very strange, man. I don't like how you're looking at me like with soulful eyes. This is kind of strange. But then I realized the dog is staring because he wants a slice of my pizza. By the way, I got pizza in this story. Stuffed crust, because self-care, right? You know? And I'm like, get out of here, you mooching dog. You didn't pay for my delicious. I'm not giving you a slice of my pizza. I worked hard for this. I'm not giving you a slice of my pizza. Get out of here. Get a job, dog. But then I realized the dog is not staring at me because he wants a slice of my pizza. No. This dog is staring at me because he thinks he's better than me. Right? He's like, yo, who eats pizza on the subway, bro? By the way, the dog is from Scarborough. It's a pit bull, you know what I'm saying, right? He's like, yo, who eats pizza on the subway? Yeah, no self-control? Who eats pizza on the subway? And I responded back quickly in my brain with, yo, the Ninja Turtles do. And that felt good, right? Because he said it, I thought it, boom, ping pong, balls in your court, dog. One for humanity. But then the dog's ears perked up, went, I was like, oh, snap. He heard my thoughts. What am I gonna do with these like new Dr. Dolittle powers? Is that I'm like taking in this moment, I'm realizing that everybody else in the subway has responded too. And that's when I started to realize to myself, oh no, I didn't think that. I just said that out loud. So everybody on the subway saw the one guy eating pizza to himself go, the Ninja Turtles do to a dog. And that's scary, and people are scared, and I understand what's going on. I just can't say anything. I'm a prisoner in my body at this moment. So I'm like thinking to myself, like, what do I do? How do I get out of this scenario? And I'm like, you know what? I do that thing you do when you're high. I'm like, the truth will set me free. I'll put my heart on my sleeve. They must sympathize with me and figure out that this is just a mistake, right? I'll clear the air. So I just go, everyone, I'm sorry about that. This dog's weird. Just trying to get to Coxwell Station. I shouldn't have eaten a whole cookie. I'm not gonna hurt anyone. I got like 3 more stops to go. Thank you. But you know when you get high, you have cotton mouth and you can't really say words properly? So the only really thing that was like legible out of my mouth was, I'm not gonna hurt anyone. And there's just something about that phrase that has the opposite effect on humans. The dog got it. But anyways, I've been Al J. Lewis. Have yourself a good day.
Alan Shane Lewis, give him a round of applause. But I'm glad that I had that experience, so I don't trust any of you anymore. Or your brownies. We're gonna keep the show going. Are you ready for your next comedian? I need way more energy. Are you ready for your next comedian, ladies and gentlemen? Your next comedian is one of the stars of CBC Television's Run the Burbs. He has a comedy special on Crave TV right now titled Captain Bones. Make sure you check it out. He's also one of the best joke writers we have in our industry. Please welcome to the stage the very funny Chris Law. Give him a round of applause. Come on.
Thank you. You know what I mean? Damn it! Anyways, what the hell? Anyways, I got really high once, and then I woke up at StoryBookFarms, and anyways, it's very nice to hear about StoryBookFarms because I think that's really sweet. That's so nice of you to do. Big round of applause for you guys there. I would love to donate, but I don't have any money right now. But what I do have is a car full of baby bonnets and rubber cigars that I think the monkeys would love. All right, anyways. It's in an old garbage bag, whatever. Oh, come on, eh? Picture them, thank you. Anyways, and I teach monkeys how to say thank you. No, it's very nice. This is very nice to me because I love monkeys no matter who they are, you know what I mean? Good, evil, I love all monkeys, right? Sometimes there's monkeys that will rip off your face. Right? What the hell? Here's the thing, if a monkey ever ripped off my face, I'll tell you right now, I was probably asking for it. I was probably trying to kiss it on the lips, try to put a baby bonnet on it. Don't worry about me. I don't need a face. Look at me. I have a 4-year-old daughter. Well, I have a 6-year-old daughter, but the 6-year-old's fine. The 4-year-old's going to StoryBookFarms for sure. She tries to rip off my face every morning with milk and Fruit Loops all over the fingers. Anyways, she'll probably go to something like StoryBookFarms in the future, more like a prison for women, but she'll be fine. We'll rescue her by calling the cops. Okay, I don't have much time. I got to go back to handing out rubber cigars and baby bonnets to whoever will take them. But what do I want to tell you guys? You guys, okay, let's talk about humans for a sec. You guys have oh my God, listen to this. What the hell, man? I had to go to the doctor the other day. What the hell? I got a mean doctor. You guys have you know what I'm talking about? Mean doctor? God, man, what the hell? I got blood problems. You understand? I got blood problems. I got a mean doctor. You know what I'm talking about? One of those doctors, and they get you in the room. They get you all butt naked. You're freezing. Your dick looks like shit. One of those mean doctors, they just squeeze your belly and go, "And what's your name?" Then they make you sit on that table with the Jack Astor's paper on it. And they give you a cup with crayons, like, draw what you think is wrong with you. My doctor's so mean, man. I think he's mean to me for no reason. It's not even part of being a doctor. Like out here, the other day, I'm lying down on that table, butt naked, and he does this, I swear. He starts squeezing my scrotum, like really hard. You know when someone's pinching you so hard, their teeth clench, they're like, "Here, just sit back," and you know what I mean? He's like, "Ugh," to the point where I'm like, "Ow!" And then he puts his face close to mine and he goes, "What happened? Are you okay?" I was like, "You know. You did it." He's mean. And he's got this cup, this styrofoam cup full of my blood. An old styrofoam cup. You're not even allowed to have those anymore. He's got a styrofoam cup full of my blood and he's swishing it around like this, you know? Yeah. You know? Then he takes a sip. Yeah. And then he chases it with a Gouda flavored Baby Bell. The blue one, you know? Like that. And he goes, "Yeah, you got blood problems, understand? You got blood problems." Then he goes, "I don't." And for no reason he goes, "Oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm rich." So I'm like, what the hell? I want a second opinion, you know? This sucks, you know? What the hell? So I want a second opinion, so I get down off the table. I try to gather up all my clothes. He kicked them this way and that. I leave without a sock. Fuck it, you know what I mean? Keep the sock, you mean old doctor. I got a naturopath. You guys have a naturopath? Naturo? All naturo medicine? I got a naturopath? Yeah, one person. I want my naturopath's opinion. They live all the way, their office is way across the other side of the city. And I tell her what the doctor said, right? She goes, oh, don't listen to those quacks. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. Here, eat this. Shoves it in my mouth. What is it? It's a lump of dirt. None of that big pharma crap. Just some good old-fashioned dirt from over by the sidewalk. So I eat it. Then she plucks a daisy out of a pot, puts it on my head. Instantly, it wilts. And she goes, well, you're bisexual. I'm like, what? I don't know, you know? I don't know. She goes, the daisy never lies. And I go, well, what about my blood problems? I got blood problems, remember? And she goes, blood, give me a break. You don't even have blood. Everything's made out of stardust. And then she takes a big pull off her joint, blows it on me, and goes, get out of here. I'm gonna get out of here too. It was nice to stop by. I hope you guys raised a lot of money. That's awesome. Have a good night. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Chris Locke, everybody, give him a round of applause. Are you guys ready for your headliner, ladies and gentlemen? I need way more energy. Are you ready for your headliner? Like all the great comics you've seen tonight, your headliner is no different. The only difference is he happens to be my girlfriend's husband, and I'm gonna need you guys for this one. Every time he tries to leave the stage, I want all of you to chant 1 more hour, because I am suspiciously going to be missing the entire time he's on stage. It's not like I'm going to his house or anything. I'm just saying that my girlfriend, me and this next comic, we're rarely on the same show, because I plan my calendar around the times he's out of town or on stage. And unfortunately, this time we're both on the same show, but for a good cause, which I am loving. But again, if you guys could pitch in, keep him here for at least 2.5 hours, because the transit is crazy in the snow. He is the host of the Heat CBC radio show, The Debaters. You have seen him. He's also a published author right now who's coming up with his second book. He's also a wonderful husband, a wonderful father, and one of my favorite human beings on the planet. Please welcome to the stage the very funny Mr. Steve Patterson. Give him a round of applause.
Oh, Arthur Simeon, ladies and gentlemen. Hey? Oh, I love him. I love him. He does not need 2.5 hours, I can tell you that. Arthur, it's been a while. Is that a new shirt? 2 hours I've been waiting for that callback. What a show. What a great fundraiser this is to finish this wall. Beautiful exposed brick everywhere, except the one fucking framed part of the wall, just half exposed brick. And I was banking on one of the comics using this as a prop, because there's no other reason at all. There's a stool here to put stuff on, and then there's Nana's table from an estate sale that no one has used, and no one's explained why it's here. And I would like to now perform my one-man show in Nana's drawers. where we open up and, oh, this one's sticky. Oh, this one's sticky, Nana. Nana doesn't want us to see what's in here. Oh, there it is. There it is. That requires at least 4 batteries. We're here. This is not a CBC show tonight, I'll tell you. There's a lot of CBC people on it, but it is not CBC. There's been so much talk about drugs, I feel like a contact high, even though I haven't done anything. I know why Alan Shane hosts the baking show. He needs it. Man, what a fun show. It's already, I don't know what you paid, but you've already had your money's worth. Very little, yeah, seriously. Very little pressure on me here. If anyone would like to just walk up these abnormally large stairs and just sit on Nana's table and see if it can hold you, this is your time. I know Mel was talking about being 38, like it was old. I don't mean to outbid you. I'm 51 now. 51. So it's been fun watching these young tykes up here with all that energy and all those prepared jokes. That's sure one way to do it. Well, watch what happens when you don't have anything prepared. I turned 50 during the pandemic. There was no celebration. It's fine. I'm a white man. We've had enough. When I turned 50, it's a milestone age. It's supposed to be middle-aged, but that really depends on how you live. 50 is only middle-aged if you live the second half of your life very differently than I've lived my first. I think you're looking at a 3/4-aged man on stage right now. Oh, Nana. Jesus, that time really flies, hey? That was it. That's it. That's the whole night. No, it really went pretty quick. That's the time. No one else had a closer about well, no one else had a closer really, but no one else had a closer about the event that we're at. So I thought I would write this for you because Alison Dorr, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how many of you know Alison Dorr, but she's the reason that I'm here and many of us are here. I love that. It's a great cause. It's a niche cause. Right? Right? Like when Sunnybrook has a fundraiser, they don't have it here. I love that you guys are here. It's important to support this. And I do love monkeys. But it was Alison Dorr going, Steve, would you come to the East End? Because I'm from the West End, so I'm scared. I'm fearful here. I drove across. I'm not sure what happens here. There's a disco ball going for no reason. Just on the off chance that a rave breaks out. That's what the East does. Anyway, this is my closer that I've prepared just for this event. Never done it before. Will never do it again. Thanks for coming. Please bid heavily on the volunteers. There's a date with all of these people up for grabs. Why I wish a monkey was the Premier of Ontario instead of Doug Ford. I have 10 reasons that I wrote on the trip over from the West End. Number 1, monkeys are intelligent creatures. That's it. That's number 1. Number 2, monkeys would never try to use the notwithstanding clause to remove workers' rights. As a matter of fact, if a group of monkeys had collaborated on creating the Canadian Charter of Rights, they wouldn't have put in a notwithstanding clause. Number 3, monkeys would never try to build houses in the protected greenbelt areas because they understand that trees are houses, man! Number 4, monkeys don't associate with known criminals by choice. Number 5, if you gave a monkey a whole bunch of money and said that's to make kids' schools more safe during a pandemic, a monkey would use that money for that reason. Number 6, no self-respecting monkey would have hired Stephen Lecce. We're taping this. Good. Send it directly to his office. So I know he won't read this. Number 7, monkeys typically show up to their jobs regularly. Number 8, monkeys make more valid points during debates, even if all they do is fling their own feces. Number 9, monkeys just seem to come from more refined families. I think I've lost a few people on that. And number 10, if Doug Ford were ever abandoned in an IKEA in Etobicoke, no one would step up to save him. Thanks for coming tonight, everybody. I'm giving it back to Arthur. Good night.
Steve Patterson, ladies and gentlemen. Give a round of applause. That was our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming out and supporting a great cause. One more round of applause to all the comedians you saw tonight. I'll just shout them out again. James O'Hara was up here. Melanie Darling was up here. Alan Shen Lewis, Chris Locke, your headliner, Steve Patterson. Give them all a round of applause. Check out their work online. There's so much content that they have out there. Please support them. Support Canadian comedy. Support Storybook Sanctuary. They're trying to do an amazing job. So bid on the silent auction. Buy some of the merch so we can keep the sanctuary going. And also, don't forget, Sugar Mom is still open real quick. And a special shout out to Steve mentioned her. Allison Dorr is in the back. She put the whole lineup together, helped put the comedy fundraiser. She will be in the back in the very effervescent red. She's a terrible human being most times, but today she's one of the main reasons all of us showed up tonight. So please give a quick hello on your way out. Thank you so much for coming out. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and continue to support a great cause. Good night.